It's a Metro Atlanta matchup tonight as the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets play host to the Kennesaw State University Owl. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on this wonderful Friday evening. Thanks for tuning in to Georgia Tech's second game of the season against Kennesaw State. I'm Sterling Collegeras here with Anderson Gal. Anderson is our camera person here this season, and he'll be joining us on color commentary from this point on. So, you excited to get started on this commentary journey?
Oh yeah, the crowd here, the atmosphere is fantastic. We're having a great time here, and I'm sure you guys will have a great time enjoying the game.
Well, thank you so much for bearing with us for the technical difficulties we had. We're trying to get it sorted for our next home game. Right now, we're doing the best we can to get this to you live. If the quality is no good or the stream gets kicked out, we'll upload the full replay as usual, but we're doing the best we can. Thank you, everyone, for your patience and support. So week one yesterday, or last week, Georgia Tech played the University of Alabama. They suffered a 2-0 loss. But was there anything, Anderson, you liked about Tech's opening performance?
Of course, yeah. So, unfortunately, the Jackets did lose 2-0, but we did have a big highlight from our rookie goalie, Ryan Graff, with 47 saves in the first game. And as a 18-year-old freshman on campus, playing his first ever collegiate game, that is a fantastic showing. So we're looking forward to see what he's in store, what he's got in store for us.
Absolutely. For Kennesaw State, it's their first game of the season. They went 10-8-0 last year in College Hockey South Division III. They're looking to build on that and try to make the CHS playoffs this season around. Last year, these teams played early as well. Game 1, Georgia Tech suffered a 6-3 loss, but Game 2, Tech would respond with a 6-2 win. It was a hat trick from Jack Golick that propelled the Jackets to that victory, along with goals from Andy Hildrum, Keegan Goodell, and Zach Ketchner. While we have just a few minutes left in warm-ups here, we want to take you to the ice so we could talk about our lineup here tonight for Georgia Tech. So again, our lines and pairings are brought to you by Thumbs Up Diner. Thank you so much for being an amazing partner. We'll have the same top line as last week with Howe, Dorcas, and Golick. Justin Yu moves up to the second line to join AJ Dagliamberto and Keegan Goodell. Zach Ketchner's playing with Ethan Molnar and Pranay Prasanna. Them two are making their season debut after they didn't play last week. Fourth line consists of Colin Chambliss, Andy Hildrum, and Sean Connolly, and Eric Soltow joins as the extra forward. On the back end, it's Joshua Lee with McLean Boyd. Greg Steckel and Levi Miller remain a pairing. Andrew Zhang makes his first game of the season, his first appearance since last fall, so welcome back, Andrew. And Aiden Roy joins him, and Braden King is the seventh defenseman. It's Georgia Tech's second game of the season while Kennesaw State opens up their 2025-26 campaign. Will it be the Jackets or the Owls who get win number 1 on the year? We'll find out together coming up next. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our starting goaltenders here, presented by Community Q, Barbecue and Decatur. For Georgia Tech, it's Ryan Graff making his second start in college, 18 years old, put up a .200 goals against average and a .959 save percentage in his collegiate debut. On the other side, it's Alex Webby. Played in 3 games last year, .925 save percentage, .200 GAA for a 3-0-0 season record. Thank you all so much for joining us here this beautiful Friday evening. Georgia Tech and Kennesaw State underway in Atlanta. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tech in the white once again, moving left to right on your screen. Kennesaw State in the gold, or yellow, moving right to left. They'll start the puck with a shot on goal. A big rebound was available for Orgeron, but he cannot get the shot away, and it's Souza at the line. His shot got deflected into the far corner, and it's Sawyer Howe looking to get the clear. Kennesaw State will keep it in. Tight angle shot off the side of the goal there, and Souza holds the line at the left point. They'll pick it up with Greg Steckel, but Souza momentarily keeps it in. Dorcas with room on the backhand moves it ahead to Steckel. He gets it in deep, and it's Nolan Porcello on it for the Owls. Moves it D to D with Souza. And this one pops free into Tech's defensive zone. They try to catch the Owls in a line change, but Souza's got it back for Kennesaw State. Up the wall, they get it ahead to... We have a number 12, Nicholas Pecora for Kennesaw State. They'll stretch the ice far side now. That one goes too far for Ashton Nolke. McLean Boyd back on it, takes a big hit. The puck is free, and it's going to be won back by number 12, Pecora. Tech will break it out from their own end with the captain, A.J. Dagliamberto. It went off the leg, and it's Hudson Bashkin behind his own goal line. The Owls will get the clear, and it goes all the way down for Andrew Zhang to play. And Zhang will use the time and space, look to hit Goodell. It goes all the way down, they say no icing. So Bradley Burden on it, moves it across to his partner there. That's Hudson Bashkin, ahead up the wall. Lee will keep it in and play it further in deep. Bashkin back on it for the Owls, moves it right back to Burden. He'll try to flip it out of the zone, and it's a beautiful feed in along, moving in on track, he scores! It's an early finish for Kennesaw State as Chris Scott finds the back of the net. Sorry we missed that replay there, but Anderson, early breakdown for Georgia Tech, leads to a breakaway. A good finish there. Tough start for the Jackets, right?
For sure, definitely a tough start for the Jackets, but they still have a lot more juice in them, so let's see how they end up doing in the rest of this period.
They've started out looking pretty strong, got that puck in the offensive zone a lot more than the start last week, it would appear. It's Dagliamberto in that near corner, turned it over, and now the Owls move it back the other way. Scott's shot went just wide, and Aiden Roy will pick it up for Tech. This is Roy, moves it off the wall to Andrew Zhang, and Zhang will flip it off the glass right back to Roy. That pass goes too far for Molnar, and it's Kushner connecting it with Molnar again, making his season debut. KSU can't get the clear with Pindrick. They play it into that near corner with Prasanna. A one-on-one battle here. He'll drop it for Molnar. Was thinking about connecting with Kushner. Molnar right back for Kushner in deep. Gets it back to Ethan Molnar. Now Kushner near corner. Thinks about playing it to the point. Instead reverses for Molnar. Along the half wall. Tries to make something out of nothing. He lost the control at the high slot. So a battle for this puck, and the Owls get it. We don't have a number 7, or yes we do, Liam Rogan. KSU had a couple of players who just changed their numbers for tonight's game. It's Steckel, he scores! Greg Steckel with his first goal in college. Welcome to Georgia Tech. That was a beautiful rush. The defenseman took it himself, found a shooting lane and let it fly, and suddenly we're tied at 1, and it's Georgia Tech's first goal of the season. Andy Hildrum through neutral ice here. Will drop it out. And Kennesaw State picks that puck up at neutral ice. This is Christian Souza, left side here, tries to work. Sorry, I had the wrong camera on, but here we go with Sean Connolly for Georgia Tech, tries to connect with Chambliss, lost control, and it's Souza back on it for KSU. McLean Boyd has some room, looks to work it to his partner, that's Levi Miller, gets it right back with McLean Boyd. Boyd up ahead, looks to work it to Dorcas. Kennesaw State holds it in, and Miller's back on it for the Jackets. Gets it up high with Boyd, reverses right back here to Levi Miller, and he'll flip it off the wall, held into the zone by Christian Souza. A battle for this one. Orgeron is the forechecker for the Owls, and they'll connect it with Cullen Dorcas up the left wing. Tried to work around James Kravis, the KSU captain. It's Sawyer Howe, left circled, walked in front, I believe, by Golick, his own teammate. Hudson Orgeron tried to break it out, but a nice poke from Joshua Lee momentarily kept it in. Ashton Nolte to James Kravis, another good work of the stick by Joshua Lee. That's Golick connecting with Dorcas, and a beautiful feed to Lee. Up the right wing, stolen by Bradley Burden, and he's got some room to break it out. They'll connect at the neutral zone. It's Ashton Nolte working it in deep. Nolte one-on-one battle with Boyd, picked up by Orgeron, and he'll connect it to the top of the slot, and the shot from Bastion got blocked in front. Back and forth action early, right, Anderson?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got KSU on the right, Tech on the left. Lots of neutral battle going on. The game is very dynamic. Overall looking to be a good game so far. Thoughts, Sterling?
Yeah, it's just so many chances for both teams early. A little bit different for Georgia Tech from last week, but this is definitely what the fans came here to see. A 1-1 game with just 6 minutes expired in the first period. They put it on goal. Graff will stick it aside. Burden pinches in. Christian Scott, the only defenseman back for KSU. It's Goodell, connects with deadly Umberto, and that one stopped by Alex Webby. KSU gets the clear. It goes all the way down the ice. Andrew Zhang will get to a first, and an icing coming up on the Owl. So that Georgia Tech goal goes to Greg Steckel, his first goal in college, assisted by Sean Connolly. The picture there was a little low. We'll make sure everyone's pictures are better for next time, but welcome to Tech, a beautiful shot to tie the game at 1. That's Keegan Goodell getting it in deep with KSU's defenseman Ty Johnston. A cross-ice feed goes too far for his man, and Justin Yu takes a hit, turning it over, but now won back by Keegan Goodell. This is Ronson in the corner, looks to advance it to Scott, the KSU goal scorer. The work it ahead could be an opportunity for Essex Moser. Toe drag shot, and it went just wide. A good look for number 7. Actually, number 7 is Liam Grogan here this year, but he still has Essex Moser's jersey from last year. It's like I did not have that name in my notes this time around, as Webby makes a good glove grab. we go. So as we said, Chris Scott with the goal for Kennesaw State to make it 1-0. Did not quite catch who had the assist on that, but Kennesaw State's first goal of the season goes to number 48. And interestingly, both goals scored by defensemen. Here's an odd man rush with Owen Foster, who shot it wide of Graff, and Levi Miller is there for the Jackets. Up ahead, it's Ethan Molnar on it. Looks to connect with Prasanna, but intercepted by Bradley Burden. That's Levi Miller up the far side, gains entry into the zone, a kick save. He got his own rebound though. Zach Heschner back on it, got his stick lifted, and here's a 2-on-0 potentially, moving it ahead, quick shot and a glove save made by Ryan Graff. A nice stop for the young goaltender. It's Ethan Molnar gaining entry into the zone. Left circle now has Boyd in front. He took the shot and a good save made by Alex Webby.
It's always great to have a goalie like Ryan Graff, on the other hand, to break your team out, especially when the other team has a breakaway. So fantastic plays there by Ryan Graff, and we're excited to see what else he's got in store for us.
Absolutely, he's looked really solid thus far in his first game in 10 minutes. Pack moves it D to D. Joshua Lee turned it over, and it's Hudson Orgeron in alone, and another save made by Ryan Graff. What a stop!
Case in point there, that was a fantastic save by Ryan Graff.
And for Tech, that's 2 plays in a row where you give Kennesaw State a lane right to the net. Want to clean that up and, you know, make your goaltender not have to be the hero as often. But for now, while we have this opportunity, we'd like to thank Thumbs Up Diner, keeping the tradition alive of the neighborhood diner in Atlanta. Stop by their Marietta Street location, right behind the Georgia Tech Campus Recreation Center. Also sorry again about the shots on goal not being tracked. We need to get this website that has the live stats working for our next game, but I'll try to update it as much as possible throughout the game manually. So that's James Kravis, top of the circle, works it across, and a shot sailed high. There's a delayed penalty, and Kennesaw State will have the first power play of the night. 6-on-5 situation though until Tech gets control. It's Bradley Burden at the left point, moves it in deep, and connects here with the forward in deep. Looks like that's Orgeron, connects with Kravis, a shot blocked in front, and now another quick shot trickle towards the net. Golick's gonna touch up, and the Owls will get the first power play of the game. From St. Louis style ribs to legendary mac and cheese, Community Q brings home style barbecue just a short drive from campus. Swing by or call ahead Wednesday through Sunday from 11 to 8. Thank you to Community Q, one of our new broadcast partners for this season. Thank you guys so much for your support. Kennesaw State looking to test Graff early here, their first power play of the night. Pecora in deep, a shot stopped by Graff. He'll hold on to the rebound. And so a face-off coming right back up to his left. You could see good work by KSU, just a couple crisp passes, put the puck on net. It's something Tech struggled with last game on their special team situations. We said it a bunch last game, and maybe I'll keep saying it again, but put pucks on net, especially playing a young goaltender making his second ever start in college, and you never know what might happen. That's how Alabama scored their first goal. It went off a skate in the slot and in. Here's a shot going wide there, and picking it up was Pecora. Souza holds the line, takes a shot, and it's back with Owen Foster after it was blocked in front. Souza left point, now at the flank, plays a cross ice, gets it over to Pecora. On that far corner, he turned it over to Levi Miller, and he'll skate with it short-handed. Miller, top of the slot, tries a little deep, and it's one right back with Owen Foster, connecting with Camden Schutt, but he didn't bring the puck with him, and so Goodell able to get the clear. Webby will drop that puck off for Christian Souza. Colin Chambliss is F1. Kennesaw State advances it ahead with Ronson. That one popped over his stick, and so an icing call, I believe, coming up. What do you make of this power play for Kennesaw State, Anderson?
Overall, I'd say the play is dynamic. We are expecting to see a little bit more action, though, but overall, it's been a solid first half of the period.
Yeah, absolutely. Face off to Webby's left, and the Owls will connect it with Hudson Bashkin, and he'll drop it back off to his defensive partner, getting it right back with Bashkin. Up ahead, too far for Ronson, and Boyd plays it off the glass. Chambliss tries to swat at that puck. He's knocked down by Hudson Bashkin, who turns it over to Ethan Molnar. Now Colin Chambliss. He just put that puck on Noel. Webby will drop it off to his defenseman, and the Owls will look to break it out with 10 seconds to go on the power play. That one goes off the back of the skate of Liam Grogan. Ronson ahead, final second of the power play, and KSU is 0 for 1 on the man advantage thus far. Boyd up ahead, Nolte back in control along the half wall, and Golick will attempt to pick it up. It's a one-on-one situation. Golick cuts back, beautiful windmill. He's got it behind the net, centered it there, but it went into Dorcas's skate, and this pass too far for Liam Grogan. Nice stick lift by him, though, as he forces some pressure on McLean Boyd, as those two battle away for it in the far corner. Sawyer Howe tries to dig it free, and he gets it to Joshua Lee, and now back with Boyd. Lee picks it up, shovels it ahead on the backhand. It's Christian Scott getting that puck for KSU. John Ronson, D-to-D play here. Up ahead, it's James Kravis, and he's got a man to his right. That one was deemed offside. Sonny's Barbecue has been serving up craftsmanship in every bite since 1968. Discover the magic behind their signature slow-smoked meat and time-honored barbecue technique. Thank you to all of our broadcast sponsors. We cannot be putting on these broadcasts without your support, so thank you so much for supporting us. There's an interesting play as two Owls hit and collide at center ice. They drop it off with Golick on the backhand, and this is Dorcas tried to play it on goal. Kravis cross ice feed, a risky pass, and it's Zhang at the left point connecting with Sawyer Howe. Howe looks to play it towards Golick. It's Ronson picking it up and moving it around the wall. Aiden Roy back for Dorcas in that near corner. Ronson ahead, and the puck will pop free. Kravis, beautiful deep. Zhang will pinch in and get it further and deep for Ronson to collect. Here's a turnover in the slot and a chance with Sawyer. Howe played it in front towards Sean Connolly. Dorcas picks it up and shovels it ahead. Right in front of the crease, but in KSU's control with James Kravis. That one goes off the skate here of Nicholas Pecora. And Christian Souza has it in his own end, flips it out of play there. .6:05 to go in this first period. 2 goals, one each, a defenseman on both teams. It was Chris Scott for Kennesaw State, and it was Greg Steckel for Georgia Tech. Bradley Burden gains control for the Owls, has it behind the net, a spinner-on-the pass to connect with Bashkin, and they'll chip it ahead. It's Andy Hildrum, and KSU's back on it in the defensive zone. Akora gains the blue line here, and it's Andy Hildrum up the far side. As there was a turnover there, the Owls will pick it right back up. Test Ryan Graff, who makes the blocker save. And now there's a big hit on Eric Soltow, a new Tech player this year. Number 8 in white. They look to throw it in front. A good stick check by Graff. One-timer drive went high and wide. They tried to get Chaos in front. The puck was free. They couldn't dig it for themselves. Burden deflected on goal. Graff might have gotten a piece of that, and the follow-up chance was blocked in front. So there's a man who goes down for KSU, and a cross-checking call, I believe, coming up. Kennesaw State will head to their second power play of the night.
Obviously, things are getting a little heated here from KSU and Tech. We always love to see when the hockey game gets physical.
Yeah, for sure. But for Georgia Tech, that's their second penalty of the game. It's Greg Steckel going to the box. He was, again, Georgia Tech's goal scorer here tonight. This face-off will be to the left of Ryan Graff. Kennesaw State 0 for 1 thus far tonight on the man advantage. Let's see what they could do on attempt number 2. They'll connect. Orgeron's shot went just wide, and they'll collect it with Christian Souza at the left point. Got it to the goal line, and Goodell tries to stick with Orgeron. A clearing attempt does not work out, and Scott to the line with Ronson. Now right circle. Kravis looked to play it in front. It deflected out of play. 1:37 to go on the KSU man advantage. Good passing early in this one, but they have not really tested Graff yet on this power play, but nice work moving the puck around. Let's see if they can generate some shots on goal. Boyd goes down, and that will nullify the power play for Kennesaw State, a tripping call. And so we'll have some 4-on-4 action for 1:34 seconds. Just under 5 minutes to go in this one, in this first period. Thank you all so much for joining us here this Friday evening. Thanks for bearing with us through any technical difficulties. This draw to the left of Alex Webby, won by KSU. They'll flip it ahead, gloved down at center ice by McLean Boyd. Boyd tries to work around Ashton Nolte, has it far side now, has an option in Lee, and will elect to hit him. Plays it back for Lee, a little give and go here between the defensemen. Chips it to himself near side and has it in deep. Tries to make a play, connects with Dorcas. Now at the line, that's Boyd. Gives it right back to Dorcas. The pass was hopping. Nolte tries to break it ahead. He'll glove it down for himself, and Lee will swat it forward. I think the KSU bench might have wanted a call, perhaps a slash, but Georgia Tech advances the play with McLean Boyd up the far side. He gets around the two defensemen. Sawyer Howe will pick it up. Actually, he went for a reverse hit instead of picking it up. It's Levi Miller at the right point. Backhand saucer feed over to Cullen Dorcas. Connects with Howe. Little toe drag around Bradley Burden. Just 25 seconds to go of 4-on-4. James Kravis collects that puck. He scored a goal in game number 1 last year in the second period to give Kennesaw State, I believe, a 2-goal lead. I believe he was the 3-1 goal in that one, but don't necessarily remember 100%. Tech going on the power play now. 20 seconds of power play time. That's just 10 seconds of power play time. Cullen Dorcas has it behind his own net. That's Sawyer Howe. Works it up the near side. Final 3 seconds of this very short power play. His shot gets deflected up and out of play. 1-1 score. Let's take a look at that most recent play. Sawyer Howe lugging that puck through the neutral zone, taking a shot. Always a good attempt. Sawyer Howe, number 87 in white, played AAA hockey up with the Westchester Wolves before this season. Ethan Molnar stays with that puck, now loses control momentarily. Kushner backhands it right back to him, and they'll look to get it with Braden King. Molnar tried to dig that puck free. It's Pecora for Kennesaw State, and now John Ronson. Nicholas Pecora on that near side, up ahead. Action right below us, and a nice toe drag from Andrew Zhang to get it in deep. This one goes behind the net of Alex Webby. Nearly lost control. KSU looking to get it out of their own end. It's Levi Miller for a half-wall shot, just sailed high. Andrew Zhang's chance. He fanned on the shot, and the Owls are content to just flip it out of harm's way. Ethan Molnar will regroup and stretch the ice and connect with Zach Kushner. He'll drop it off. Zhang overskates that puck, and the Owls move it the other way now with Liam Brogan. He'll turn it over to Kushner, but KSU flips it back into neutral ice. Justin Yu is stripped, and a blind between the legs pass from Ashton Nolte puts it right back with Justin Yu. Up ahead, it's Keegan Goodell with the lane, and a blocker save made by Alex Webby. Degliumberto looked to play it in front, and it's Bradley Burden in that far corner. Has a man on the glass, and he'll get it out of harm's way. Roy bumps it ahead to Keegan Goodell. They got it all the way down with 30 seconds to go in the first period. Man goes down there. A backhand attempt from Yu doesn't work out. And it's Liam Brogan trying to get it out. Final 16 seconds to go. AJ Degliumberto connects with Justin Yu in the final 10. Yu plays it in deep. Bradley Burden will pin it along the wall with 5. And the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and Kennesaw State Owls are deadlocked at 1 after 1. How about that first period, Anderson?
That was a fantastic showing from both sides. We've got one apiece, but mainly I would like to mention both the goalies, Webby and Graff, for their fantastic performances out there, only letting in 1 goal each.
Absolutely. Nice solid night between the pipes thus far for both teams. We'll see you all for the second period coming up next. Not long ago, many neighborhoods had their own diner where friends and family comfortably gathered for a fresh breakfast or a cup of coffee. Thumbs Up Diner keeps that tradition alive in Atlanta, blending an urban atmosphere with friendly service for a relaxing breakfast and lunch experience. Whether you enjoy their homemade golden biscuits or famous skillet heaps, Thumbs Up welcomes you with diner favorites at prices that always hit the spot. The diner would love to welcome every Georgia Tech student, family member, and fan, so come on down to their convenient location just behind the campus recreation center. For a taste of Southern comfort and classic diner charm, visit Thumbs Up Diner today for a meal that'll leave you smiling and giving a big thumbs up. All right, everyone, before we continue our intermission entertainment, we've got some intermission entertainment in real life here tonight. We wanted to get you guys as involved as possible. We have a couple of contestants who will try to put the puck in the open cage from the center ice logo.
And let me tell you, even though there's no goalie like Graff or Webby in it, it is still extremely hard to shoot it from center ice and accurately.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you who may not know, the length of the rink here, an NHL-sized rink, is 200 feet, so we're looking about half of that to the goal line. When this event happened last year, some of the contestants were able to put it in. Some showed it's not a trivial task.
Here we go, a little bit of slap shot action. Oh, and he comes just a little short off the right post of the net. Another slap shot coming in.
Oh, it's looking good.
Oh, it just comes a little bit short.
I think that one goes in if they resurface the ice before this game.
For sure, we need to get the Zambonis on here.
Good attempts there. Contestant number 2. Thank you all so much for joining us here this Friday night. Looks like we're doing okay so far through one period in terms of technical difficulties. But if anything comes up, please bear with us. Thank you all so much for your patience and support. We have some of our team managers who are helping out with this event. Thank you to everybody, everyone here, part of the GT hockey family. Everyone does an amazing job. And we couldn't do fun events like this without everyone pulling the rope. Looks like contestant number 2 took inspiration from number 1 on the form.
And that is just a little short. Need a little bit more power on that shot.
Same situation again about, you know, why couldn't we have the Zambonis out here before this event? I'm sure they're having a good time, and that's what matters.
Looks like we got contestant number 3 going. Seems like he shoots left, which is different from our first 2 contestants.
Mixing it up here.
Oh, and by the way he handles the puck, it seems like he knows what he's doing. Throws a bit of a saucer pass, but comes short off the left.
Let's see, number 2. Bingo.
Sprayed in. Number 3 goes for another saucer pass. That's 2 for 3.
Pretty good, pretty good. So thank you to all of our contestants. Hope you enjoyed that little event. Again, Tech and Kennesaw State tied at 1 after 1. Let me try to get you guys the shots on goal, and we'll see you for the second period. Craving real home-style barbecue that's just a short drive from campus? Meet Community Q in Decatur, your new go-to spot for mouth-watering sliced brisket, St. Louis-style ribs, and all your barbecue favorites. From legendary mac and cheese to black-eyed peas, every dish is made fresh daily, with leftovers donated to the food bank. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Swing by or order ahead to guarantee that your barbecue wishes are fulfilled. Want to mix it up for your next GT club meeting or tailgate? Community Q's Catering has you covered, starting at just $15 per person for 2 meats, 2 sides, buns, sauce, and utensils. Community Q, always a cut above the rest.
The energy again kind of like transfers from the fans onto the ice and onto the bench, especially I know against the DJ game, like the band came out, the rec came out. Those are just like super cool experiences I didn't think I'd ever have. And I know this year we're gonna try and get like more specialized, like themed games to kind of make the atmosphere like that every single week, which I'm really looking forward to.
Being able to play at the cooler again was pretty cool too, especially with the recent news of it closing down, which is pretty sad. But being able to play there one last time at a new level, at a collegiate level, was a lot of fun. Get to see some hometown friends and some people that I knew from the program. Being able to come out and watch that game at the rink was a lot of fun too.
Watching him score coming down the right side of the ice, going to the middle, putting it in the net. I think he got a pass in the slot or whatever it was. It was just incredible to watch. I was super thrilled for him. I mean, obviously we didn't get the job done, but if there's one positive from that night, it was watching him get to score his first goal.
Picked up in the corner by Golick, tried to send it in front. They score!
Oh boy!
Golick comes away with it, dropped it off for Kotzian. Now Prasanna to Golick in front, stopped by Lemanowitz, they score! Off the boards, Pranay Prasanna in the high slot, left it with Golick. Cruising in, quick shot, they score! As Keshner applies and the Canes will pick it up with Mensimer, but cannot clear the zone as of now. Jay Kotzian down Main Street, looks to play it in front, they score! Welcome to another episode of Broadcast Breakdown, where we're talking about some words you may hear during a GT hockey broadcast. Today we're talking about an area of the ice with plenty of scoring chances, the slot. Sharp in the corner, moves it to Mazur, right in the slot, they score!
Simply put, the slot is the area about 10 feet away from the front of the net, right in between the face-off circles, where the shooter has the best chances of scoring a goal, because the goalie has to have a very quick reaction time.
The slot is kind of divided into two different areas, the high slot and the low slot. The low slot kind of covers this area in between both the face-off dots and under the hashes to the crease. This is a good area to tip pucks, get rebounds, kind of get some of those cheeky goals on net. You also have the high slot, which is this area kind of more up here, still in between the face-off dots, but kind of above the hash marks. This is a better area for those power play goals, that middle bumper guy, and a lot of one-timers get scored in here.
On some power play setups, there's an essential role known as the bumper, which is responsible for taking a lot of quick shots and passing the puck around quickly from the high slot. They're always trying to find open space and always trying to create those great opportunities for them to be able to score or move the puck effectively to whatever player is open.
Jack, you've been very good at converting scoring chances when you reach the slot. On a play like a rush, when you get to the slot, what's your mindset? What are you thinking trying to score there?
Yeah, so when I'm in the slot, typically I'm aware that there's usually going to be pressure coming rather quickly, so I really just look to get the puck on net and go for a rebound, because most likely I'll have one. The second goal I scored in the slot was probably the most memorable. Just the way the play developed and the way my teammates got it to me, it was pretty special to put the puck in the net and then go celebrate in front of our fans with my teammates.
Second in the slot, what are some things defensemen like yourself can do to prevent the forwards from getting a clean shot?
Yeah, so if he's getting the slot, all you want to do is step up if you can. If you're close enough, get your stick on the puck. If not, get down, block the shot, make a play, but really the best thing you can do is get your stick on the puck, maybe direct it off into the netting.
With preventing the forward from getting a clean look.
Right, so first thing you want to probably do is box them out, and then if you can get to the puck, get up to him, but if not, the main thing you want to do is box them out and let our goalie get a clean look and not get screened.
Clean look for Brendan Germano, he's able to glove it down.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of the Broadcast Breakdown. Let us know if you have any other terms you would like us to break down in the comments for next time. I'm Patrick, and this is Sterling. We hope you enjoyed it.
Enjoy the rest of the game. Douglas Umberto is looking for a deep. Threw it in front and a stop by Ryback.
Hey, my name is Andy Hildrum. I'm number 28, and I play center on the Georgia Tech hockey team, and I'm a freshman business administration major. So, talking about our Savannah Classic tournament specialty jerseys that we wore this year, I kind of helped lead the design process for our Savannah jerseys, because ever since I kind of found out about about the white specialty jerseys that they did a couple of years ago. I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to bring the tradition back of doing the specialty jerseys. So I started with some really early mock-ups. We wanted to go for like a cream look, kind of giving that winter classic vintage type of vibe.
Hey everyone, just need to test one thing out, so enjoy the Santoni footage. Alright, perfect. See you guys for the second period.
My licensing department, since it was kind of too much of a secondary color. So we had to switch up to gold, which still turned out great, and I'm super happy with the way they ended up looking. Rivero did a great job cracking them out in a short amount of time and on short notice, and so we're super grateful to them for getting them to work out. They looked great in the tournament. And I'm already in the works of making specialty jerseys for next season, or a specialty jersey for next season, whether for Savannah again or just in general. I'm looking at some vintage style GT logo designs that we could possibly use, or maybe like a cream or a classic type of vibe, or maybe like a sleek Atlanta themed jersey. But yeah, stay tuned for those.
So an absolutely buzzing start for Georgia Tech here. If you're in Miami, you want to get that puck in the offensive zone, start testing Brendan Germano. But it's been all Tech thus far, and they score again! Keegan Goodell with the one-timer has his third goal of the tournament. 2-0 Tech early in this one. Hi everybody and welcome back to the Georgia Tech Hockey YouTube channel for period number 2 between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Kennesaw State University Owls. We got the shots on goal from the first period. I will try to manually keep the total updated by counting myself. We'll see how it goes. We have a system in place to try to get the shots automated from a website, but new league ACHA, we're all figuring it out and trying to get readjusted. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's a tie game after 1. We had a trivia question during intermission. Anderson just hopped on the headset. Anderson, we had a trivia question during the intermission about which Georgia Tech player last year scored 4 goals in 2 games played against Kennesaw State. Do you have any gut instincts? Any of your friends, maybe?
I am gonna go with perhaps number 25, Jack Golick.
Well, that would be an excellent guess because it was Jack Golick. 1 goal in the first game, 3 in game number 2. So we saw 2 answers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for participating. Everyone, feel free to participate in the chat, answer the question. Jack Golick, the correct answer. Marcelo into the far corner. Keegan Goodell will move it ahead. Justin Yu tried to gain control up the wall. It goes with Steckel, avoids the defenseman here, and he stays with that puck. Quick shot and a stop made by Alex Levy as he looked behind him to check for the rebound.
That is a beautiful save by Webby, especially in the beginning of this period. The goalies are looking in good shape. We'll see how they do for the rest of the period.
Yeah, that was a very early test for the KSU netminder, which I would say he passed quite well. KSU tries to regain control. An opportunity for Nicholas Pecora, sailed it high and out of play. Thumbs Up Diner blends Southern comfort with classic diner charm. They're proud to serve Georgia Tech students, families, and fans with great food and a welcoming atmosphere. Face-off won by Tech there in the far corner. I don't even know, did Tech win that face-off? I was just looking down and said that.
I am not sure, to be honest, but looks like they're chasing the puck to the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Working their way up. Oh, the puck is stolen by Tech. Tech keeps it in.
Nice work with some play-by-play there. Bradley Burden tries to chip it out. Joshua Lee holds the line, chases after it himself, plays it in deep, and it's Hudson Bashkin for the Owls. Wraps it around the wall. Golick there trying to support Howe. It's Golick shot blocked in front as he tries to corral the rebound. Ashton Nolte tries to flip it out. Howe back on it behind the goal line. Left circle, has a lane, shoots one, and it went just wide. Joshua Lee gains control, turned it over, but won it back momentarily. There's a delayed penalty here, and so another special team situation coming up. Maybe not, because the ref didn't... Well, he's waving someone to the box, but I didn't see a call.
And that looks like number 25, Jack Golick, being sent to the penalty box. We're not sure what the call is. Do you know, Sterling?
I did not see any signal. Hopefully we can listen over the intercom to our amazing PA announcer, Blake. See if we can hear what the call is. You hearing anything on that Tech bench with the referee?
Not sure right now, but seems like they're conferring with each other.
Well, it will be Kennesaw State's third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2 thus far, trying to regain the lead. Top of the zone with Ronson, shot blocked by Degliamberto, plays it one-touch feed to the slot with Kravis, and now Hudson Orgeron. Kravis, half-wall shot, stopped by Graf, and he bounces on the rebound as well. Beautiful passing early on this KSU power play. You see here, James Kravis just puts it on net. Graf gives up a little rebound, but he's quick to cover it and frees the play. So Kravis to take this draw. It's a tie-up, and KSU gets control. It pops out of the zone, and chasing after it is John Ronson with 1:30 to go on the KSU power play. A cross-ice feed connects here with number 18, Will Costman, right out in front, left down by Goodell, unable to get the clear. Great work by Christian Souza. He gets it back, lays it down low, the puck is free, and Lee will skate with it himself. Josh Lee, known for having some speed. The Jackets try to get the clear, they do momentarily. The Owls will play it right back into their offensive zone. It's Hudson Orgeron looking in front. The backhand went wide from Ronson. Orgeron tried to win it back. Goodell will get the clear, playing it safely into that near corner. So Alex Webby will leave it with Ronson. He goes far side to break it out. That pass turned over, and Colin Chambliss will steer it on goal. Webby plays it into the far corner. They'll drop it off, and Kennesaw State will break it out with 25 seconds left on the power play. Really solid penalty killing by Tech in the past minute or so. Not really letting KSU do anything set up at all in the offensive zone. But they have one more chance with Camden shut. Look to play it down low. No one was there, and Colin Chambliss has an opportunity far side. 1-on-2, takes a shot blocked. And that will do it for the Owls power play. They're 0 for 3 on the night. Andy Hildrum has a lane, takes a shot, and a glove save made by Webby. He didn't grab it cleanly though, and so Kennesaw State will move it the other way with Bradley Burden. Plays it in deep, delayed icing here, and this puck will come back 200 feet. What do you make of that penalty killing for Georgia Tech there?
Honestly, very solid penalty killing. We can see that Georgia Tech is clearing the puck out into the KSU zone. But overall, I'd say incredible penalty kill. Didn't let any pucks in, and we'll see how they do on 5-on-5.
Well, there's a big stretch pass there, a backhand blocked by the GT goal scorer Steckel. Nolte tried to play it ahead. It's Bashkin's one-timer goes wide, and they try to connect with Cullen Dorcas. Has a lane right side. Shot and a stop made. Rebound for Miller. He couldn't play it back on goal. They try to stretch the ice the other way, or they keep it themselves with Nolte. Burden across and a low. They score! Once again, a go-ahead goal for KSU as they make it 2-1 in the second period.
Obviously, the KSU bench right now is completely electric. With that nearly bar-down goal against Ryan Graf, but we'll see how he's doing with his emotions in the game. Obviously, not great that Georgia Tech is down 2-1, but there's still 15 minutes left in the period for them to come back.
And if you're Graf, you can't let that get to your head. I mean, it was a 1-on-0 situation there. You don't want to leave your goalie out to dry like that, and he's played very well thus far tonight and this season. Let's see how Tech's able to respond. They look to connect with Rene Brisson on right side. Takes a shot, steered aside by Webby. And it's Ethan Molnar battling for it. Overskating the puck was the pinching defenseman, but Teschner poked that puck and kept it in momentarily. Cameron Braddock plays it across for Christian Souza. He'll cut back and work it right back for Braddock. A backhand feed too far for Aiden Nolte. A set of brothers on this KSU team, Ashton and Aiden Nolte, number 19 and 11. There's also the Scott brothers on KSU, number 42 Jonathan, number 48 Chris, who had the first goal of the night for the Owls. Porcello to Scott, turning it over to Zhang, and this puck will pop free into neutral ice. Aiden Roy is back on it, plays it off the boards and back with Porcello. That's Chris Scott again, first goal scorer of the night. Porcello cuts back, plays it down low, and it's Aiden Roy trying to advance it for Tech. He gets it all the way down, a delayed icing. And so this one's coming back into Tech's defensive zone. Community Q in Decatur offers authentic barbecue, always a cut above. Come hungry, Yellow Jacket fans, and share the flavor with family and friends. I said I would update the shots on goal in real time. I have not been doing that. Sorry about that, everyone. I will get the updated shots going into the third period. Joe Alvarez, number 42. Or actually, I think it could be a situation where someone's wearing another player's jersey again. Looks like that's Jonathan Scott wearing Alvarez's number. John Ronson up the wall. KSU was hoping to catch Tech in a line change. They'll turn it over to Andy Hildrum, who works a free, and the Owls will connect with Will Costin. Now Lee backhands it over to Boyd, pinching in there is James Kravis. Now at the line, a shot tipped in front, a rebound momentarily available. Teschner clears it 200 feet, but on the goal of Webby, and so no icing. They'll turn it over, it's Keegan Goodell with the deke. The Owls cannot get the clear. Ronson turned it over, throws it in front, and the shot went high from Goodell. Now at the line, Lee one-timer deflected high. A good shift for Georgia Tech, but they're not able to find the back of the net. Scott rings it around for Will Costin, who tries to get a clear. Owls getting hemmed into their own zone now, but Kravis will skate with it through neutral ice. Gains the offensive zone, looks for a lane to the net, backhand shot stopped by Graff, and it's Keegan Goodell for Georgia Tech. Again, Keegan Goodell ended last season on a very high note. 3 goals in 3 games played at the AAU National Tournament. So a clutch goal scorer in the postseason for Tech. He tries to answer by skating with it himself. Goodell looking to the slot. It's Degli Umberto. His backhand was stripped, and it's Lee at the right point, rimming it around towards Goodell. In down low left side here, you will pick it up and play it to the left point with Boyd. Boyd on goal, it sailed just high, and Degli Umberto's got it on that half wall, whipped on the pass, played it towards the slot. The Owls try to backhand it free. 2-on-1 opportunity for KSU. Has a path to the net, but a good stick back by Joshua Lee, and he'll pin his man, Nicholas Pecora. That's Boyd through neutral ice, has you right behind him. They'll turn it over, and it's Nicholas Pecora back on it for the Owls. Chris Scott, first goal scorer of the night, gets poked there by Steckel, and now it's Colin Dorcas along his defensive half wall. Scott in deep, they put it towards the net, and Graff sticks it aside. Justin Yu tries to advance it ahead. Jorkus with a couple seconds, flips it to Golick, and a one-on-one situation. Tried to get around his man, Kennesaw State advances it ahead. Picking it up is Chris Scott. Beautiful deep A pass to the net, and Graff holds his ground. Another stop with the pad by Graff. That puck is free, and Steckel's got it for Georgia Tech. Dangerous situation, and Chris Scott doing an amazing job here tonight. A key factor for Kennesaw State. He had 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points for Georgia Tech last season in those 2 games played back in October. He's got that puck now and advances it ahead as the Owls make a line change. It's Greg Steckel once again, the only goal scorer so far this season for Georgia Tech. They'll cross the ice, momentarily turn it over. Could be an odd man rush. Left side, and a shot gets sticked and deflected out of play. Take a look at that chance. There was a nice opportunity there for number 7, Liam Grogan. Took the shot, was deflected out of play. So Ethan Molnar again making his season debut. It's looking for the pass. It goes all the way down the ice for an icing. Taste the tradition at Sonny's Barbecue, where every bite is crafted in-house every day. With family bundles and kids eat free days, Sonny's makes it easy to fuel your crew all season long. Face-off coming up to the left of Ryan Graff here. Cam Braddock on it for the Owls. Now Nolan Porcello. Braddock right out in front. And it's Pranay Prasanna who tries to get it ahead. Andrew Zhang on that half wall here. They'll pick it up with Owen Foster. Foster gets it in deep. Grogan got it to the line. Prasanna overstated that puck. The puck's in a skate. 2-on-1 for Georgia Tech. Zach Keschner, top of the circle, takes the shot. He scores! Zach Keschner, a 5-hole goal, has tied the game at 2. What a shot from Keschner. How about that play, Anderson?
That was a sensational sideline shot against Webby on the end there. Fantastic plays on Georgia Tech's end. Currently tied 2 apiece. We'll see how the next half of this game goes.
This battle of Atlanta, so to speak, has been quite entertaining. Back and forth we go, and it's 2-2. Teams alternating goals. Kennesaw State with the first. And halfway through this game, we're tied at 2. Let's listen to the goal announcement. I think I heard assisted by Prasanna, or Jordan gets tripped up by Zhang, and another power play coming up for KSU.
Well, that's number 2, Andrew Zhang, going to the penalty box, and KSU goes on another power play. We'll see how Georgia Tech faces this penalty kill.
And you know what? I think that was a dangerous situation for Kennesaw State. While you don't ever want to take a penalty, that might have saved the 2-on-1 situation. I got a fix on that graphic. The players' faces just too well on both players. Sorry about that, everyone. KSU's 4th power play of the night. It's Kravis down low, redirection there. Holding his ground was Ryan Graff.
And Georgia Tech does perfect textbook play, clearing that puck to the other end to make sure they waste as much of the penalty kill as possible.
Yeah, each clear kills off quite a decent amount of time. There's a minute 15 seconds to go on the power play. I'm not sure why the scoreboard has just been counting down every 2 seconds. I'll fix that. Kravis with the lead and a stop made by Graff. Dorcas for Sawyer. Howe gloves it down, one-on-one rush, but he lost control. James Kravis, plenty of time and amazing deep around Howe there. Gains the zone right circle and a shot stop by Graff. Kravis far corner in front, tipped just wide. It's Hudson Orgeron who threw the penalty for KSU. And 35 seconds to go on the man advantage. Georgia Tech gets another clear. Try to fix the timer a little bit at this point. 20 seconds to go on the power play.
KSU goes on their last offensive of the power play. See them crossing it in, but loses the puck a little bit. Sousa's out there. Throws it in, but that's deflected by Graff.
And yeah, nice PK work for Tech, keeping KSU to the outside for now. Power play expired, and Tech moves it the other way with Keegan Goodell. A man went down, and so the referees stopped the play. So actually, Justin, you going to the box for interference, I believe. Putting Kennesaw State on the power play again. Maybe, is this their 5th power play of the night?
I will say that KSU is getting quite a lot of power plays. We'll see if they can convert this one. That's a one-timer, and that's a stick broken on number 48 KSU.
Tech got the clear, did not elect to skate with it themselves, try to catch KSU giving their teammate a new stick, but hey, any kill getting it down the ice is good if you're a GT fan. Kravis slows up, top of the right circle, takes a shot blocked by his own man in front. They try to get another clear, it goes all the way down with a minute 22 to go on KSU's man advantage. So, breaking things out and leading the rush, I believe it's Bradley Burden. James Kravis right side, looking to play it in front, and they couldn't connect with Ronson. And so Steckel has a chance to clear, and he does, with exactly a minute to go on the power play.
Currently, Georgia Tech is following a very textbook penalty kill, doing the 1-2-1 diamond shape. We're seeing a great job on defense. That's a beautiful check.
Great work there by Steckel, but Ronson has some room behind the net. Looks to make a pass, fanning on the one-timer there, and this one is cleared out of play.
That puck is deflected into the fans. They seem pretty happy about that.
Perhaps a souvenir if they're allowed to keep it. 36 seconds to go on the power play, which we believe is Kennesaw State's 5th of the night. Georgia Tech really playing with fire, though, even though they haven't scored on one thus far, I believe. They're getting some really nice looks, like on the most recent play, a one-timer attempt that was fanned off. But Molnar will get to that puck first and play with it shorthanded. He still got it, and great battle effort against a couple of Alans. This is Grogan at his own goal line. A blind pass, Lee tried to steal it, but it's John Ronson for Kennesaw State with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's a shot gloved by Graff and held and frozen.
That is a beautiful nonchalant save by Ryan Graff. Fantastic work out there by the 18-year-old goalie.
A couple times this season now, even though it's only game 2. Ryan Graff has just made some saves look completely casual, but he's doing a great job between the pipes. 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go here. Right off the draw, Hudson Bashkin tries to get to it. The power play has expired for KSU as the puck is being dug at by Sawyer Howe. Jack Golick comes away with it, drops it to Joshua Lee. Up ahead, it's Golick trying to connect with Dorcas. Radek went to lay a hit, but no one had the puck, and so a penalty's coming up. That might be an interference call. Never mind, it's a trip. I tried my best, but all that matters is it's a power play for Tech as they try to get their first lead of the night. .340 to go here in the second period. Let's see if Tech can capitalize on this man advantage draw to the left of Alex Webby. KSU following Tech's game plan, getting the big clear. There's a turnover from Graff, but Kravis could not stay upright. Dangerous situation there, but all good so far. Lee stops at the half wall, plays it to the line with Boyd. Back to the flank, Lee, across ice feed, over to Dorcas. Plays it to the slot, couldn't connect with the bumper and Howe. And in deep, it's Golick. One-on-one battle, connects with Sawyer Howe. A backhand saucer feed over to Dorcas, top of the zone. Boyd right back, Dorcas. Cross ice, Joshua Lee shoots one. Webby the save, the rebound in front. And Lee's got it along that half wall. Lee looks to the line with Boyd. Gets it right back with Lee. Has some trouble with that puck. Knocked off it momentarily, but it's Howe down low. Webby the save to score! And some extracurricular activities coming up. I think they might. Well, they're saying that's a good goal.
Yeah, there seems to be some scuffle there because of a potential goalie interference on Webe, but I think the refs are letting that go as the goal was counted.
So they're talking it over, but if this stands, it would be a power play goal for Jack Golick, last year's leading goal scorer, as we mentioned last broadcast. Golick with 12 goals officially, a couple more unofficially in 25 games played, along with 7 assists for 19 points. If this stands, that will be his 5th goal in 3 career games against Kennesaw State. From my perspective, what I think happened was Golick put the puck in the net for the power play goal, and it was some post-whistle festivities, if you will, that caused the scrum. But I think that goal will stand. We'll just have to see. What a chaotic sequence, nevertheless. So, if it does not stand, power play has a minute, 1 second left. It seems like this one's gonna be good. They put Sawyer Howe in the box for Tech. I think they put someone else in the box for KSU. Let me try to fix this right now. Look at this live editing on the broadcast. That should be better.
Well, it seems like the goal does stand.
So, yep, Jack Golick with the 3-2 go-ahead goal. Make it 5 goals in 3 games played against Tech's in-state or in-city rival KSU. Let's listen to the goal announcement here. So they're saying that one was unassisted. Jack Golick on it for Tech, who just scored the go-ahead goal, connects with Boyd, over to Lee, plays it in front, picked away by Webby. As Golick wins it back, plays it to Dorcas at the right point. McLean Boyd with room, over for Lee far half or near half wall, gets it back to the line with Boyd, across for Dorcas, shoots one and it's blocked in front, or maybe Webby got the save. At the right point, it's Boyd, reverses for Dorcas, a backhand saucer feed, it's Boyd down low and it went just wide. Ethan Molnar for Joshua Lee, tries to go around the net, looks for Dorcas, they score! Two power play goals for Jack Golick to make it 4-2. Sorry, some of my stuff is being a little finicky, but Jack Golick with, I did not even realize until as that play was happening, Tech was on the power play there. So, you want to make it more impressive? How about 6 goals in 3 games played against Kennesaw State for number 25? So Golick from Dorcas and Lee is the call. We'll show you that first goal. It was unassisted from the leading goal scorer last year, and now this year, as he has his second of the season. Now for goal number 2, it was Golick again on the power play, assisted by Colin Dorcas and Joshua Lee. The final 30 seconds to go in this middle frame. I've been doing a bad job keeping the score clock going. They look to center it there. Kennesaw State will flip it ahead, and an opportunity in the final 15. Shot gets deflected wide, and it's Ashton Nolte moving it for Aiden Roy. Final 5 seconds. Travis looking in front. Dudley Umberto with the stick lift. The Jackets lead the Owls 4-2 after 2. We'll try to get an interview going for you guys, so stay tuned. Anderson, you want to entertain the fans?
Fantastic. Well, that's an excellent second period for the Jackets. Fantastic plays there by Jack Golick. We just have a fantastic period, and one moment, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for an interview.
I just need a... I guess...
bear with us, guys, as we wait for an interview hosted by our very own Sterling Calogeras. It's been a fantastic game so far. Thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. It's been a fantastic night out here. The goals are great, and Georgia Tech is up 4-2. We can see the fans are giving a couple of pucks to throw onto the ice. It's always great to have a little bit of fan interaction, as you guys are the people that make us possible.
Hi everybody, welcome to the second intermission. We're here with Greg Steckel and Jack Golick, two goal scorers from tonight's game. We'll start with you, Greg. In the first period, you scored your first collegiate goal here at Tech in your second game. How'd that feel?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Seeing all the fans, got a good shot off, happened to go in. Yes, sir. Come on.
Awesome. Jack, 2 goals on the power play in that middle frame for goals number 6 and 5 against Kennesaw State in your career. Walk us through those goals.
Yeah, the first one was just kind of dirty in front of the net. Not very pretty, but Colin shot it and I got the rebound, just shoved it in, and then a little chaos ensued. And then the second one, it was a great play by Colin and really all around. We had to change our power play because one of the guys was in the box. We did a good job of putting it together. I'm happy that we're going into the third period with a 2-goal lead.
You're up 4-2 going into this final frame. What's something good you guys have been doing that you need to continue to close it out?
Oh, playing the body for sure. These Kennesaw guys I think they're hard. We just come out, hit them, give it everything we got, play defense.
Yeah, at this point it starts in our own zone, so we got to be strong back there and take their chances away.
Well, that's been Greg Steckel and Jack Golick. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you for the third period.
How's it going out here?
Good.
Is the stream working still?
So far. Craving real home-style barbecue that's just a short drive from campus? Meet Community Q in Decatur, your new go-to spot for mouth-watering sliced brisket, St. Louis-style ribs, and all your barbecue favorites. From legendary mac and cheese to black-eyed peas, every dish is made fresh daily, with leftovers donated to the food bank. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Swing by or order ahead to guarantee that your barbecue wishes are fulfilled. Want to mix it up for your next GT Club meeting or tailgate? Community Q's Catering has you covered, starting at just $15 per person for 2 meats, 2 sides, buns, sauce, and utensils. Community Q, always a cut above the rest. Not long ago, many neighborhoods had their own diner where friends and family comfortably gathered for a fresh breakfast or a cup of coffee. Thumbs Up Diner keeps that tradition alive in Atlanta, blending an urban atmosphere with friendly service for a relaxing breakfast and lunch experience. Whether you enjoy their homemade golden biscuits or famous skillet heaps, Thumbs Up welcomes you with diner favorites at prices that always hit the spot. The diner would love to welcome every Georgia Tech student, family member, and fan, so come on down to their convenient location just behind the campus recreation center. For a taste of Southern comfort and classic diner charm, visit Thumbs Up Diner today for a meal that'll leave you smiling and giving a big thumbs up.
The energy again kind of like transfers from the fans onto the ice and onto the bench. Especially, I know against the DJ game, like the band came out, the rec came out. Those are just like super cool experiences I didn't think I'd ever have. And I know this year we're gonna try and get like more specialized, like themed games to kind of make the atmosphere like that every single week, which I'm really looking forward to.
Being able to play at the Cooler again was pretty cool too, especially with the recent news of it closing down, which is pretty sad. But being able to play there one last time at a new level, at a collegiate level, was a lot of fun. Get to see some hometown friends and some people that I knew from the program. Being able to come out and watch that game at the rink was a lot of fun too.
Watching him score coming down the right side of the ice, going to the middle, putting it in the net. I think he got a pass in the slot or whatever it was. It was just incredible to watch. I was super thrilled for him. I mean, obviously we didn't get the job done, but if there's one positive from that night, it was watching him get to score his first goal.
Picked up in the corner by Golick, tried to send it in front. They score!
Oh boy!
Golick comes away with it, dropped it off for Kotzian. Now Prasanna to Golick in front. Stopped by Lemanowitz, they score! Off the boards, Pranay Prasanna in the high slot, left it with Golick. Cruising in, quick shot, they score! As Keshner applies the forecheck, it's PJ Marsteller. Keshner wins that puck. Centers for Degli. Umberto, a stop by Lemanowitz. They score! Top of the circle, drops it off. Lee's shot rang off the iron there. They try to throw it back on goal. Free puck still in the crease. They score! Here, if you're Miami, you want to get that puck in the offensive zone, start testing Brendan Germano. But it's been all tech thus far, and they score again! And the Canes will pick it up with Mensimer, but cannot clear the zone as of now. Jay Kotzian down Main Street, looks to play it in front, they score! Welcome to another episode of Broadcast Breakdown, where we're talking about some words you may hear during a GT hockey broadcast. Today we're talking about an area of the ice with plenty of scoring chances, the slot. Sharp in the corner, moves it to Mazur, right in the slot, they score!
Simply put, the slot is the area about 10 feet away from the front of the net, right in between the face-off circles, where the shooter has the best chances of scoring a goal, because the goalie has to have a very quick reaction time.
The slot is kind of divided into 2 different areas, the high slot and the low slot. The low slot kind of covers this area in between both the face-off dots and under the hashes to the crease. This is a good area to tip pucks, get rebounds, kind of get some of those cheeky goals on net. You also have the high slot, which is this area kind of more up here, Still in between the face-off dots, but kind of above the hash marks. This is a better area for those power play goals, that middle bumper guy, and a lot of one-timers get scored in here.
On some power play setups, there's an essential role known as the bumper, which is responsible for taking a lot of quick shots and passing the puck around quickly from the high slot. They're always trying to find open space and always trying to create those great opportunities for them to be able to score or move the puck effectively to whatever player is open.
Jack, you've been very good at converting scoring chances when you reach the slot. On a play like a rush, when you get to the slot, what's your mindset? What are you thinking trying to score there?
Yeah, so when I'm in the slot, typically I'm aware that there's usually going to be pressure coming rather quickly, so I really just look to get the puck on net and go for a rebound, because most likely I'll have one of my teammates in front looking to convert.
What's been your favorite goal you've scored this season from the slot, and what made it so memorable?
So our game at home against UGA in November, the second goal I scored in the slot was probably the most memorable. Just the way the play developed and the way my teammates got it to me, it was pretty special to put the puck in the net and then go celebrate in front of our fans, my teammates.
Second of the night for Jack Golick, off the post and in. We talked about how dangerous it could be if forwards are able to get a clean look in the slot. What are some things defensemen like yourself can do to prevent the forwards from getting a clean shot?
Yeah, so if he's getting the slot, all you want to do is step up if you can. If you're close enough, get your stick on the puck. If not, get down, block the shot, make a play, but really the best thing you can do is get your stick on the puck, maybe direct it off into the netting if possible.
So in a situation when a forward is screening the goalie in the slot, how are you able to balance breaking that screen with preventing the forward from getting a clean look?
Right, so first thing you want to probably do is box him out, and then if you can get to the puck, get up to him, but if not, the main thing you want to do is box him out and let our goalie get a clean look and not get screened.
Clean look for Brendan Germano. He's able to glove it down.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of the Broadcast Breakdown. Let us know if you have any other terms you would like us to break down in the comments for next time. I'm Patrick, and this is Sterling. We hope you enjoyed it.
Enjoy the rest of the game. Douglas Umberto is looking for a deep. Root in front and a stop by Ryback.
Hey, my name is Andy Hildrum. I'm number 28 and I play center on the Georgia Tech hockey team, and I'm a freshman business administration major. So talking about our Savannah Classic tournament specialty jerseys that we wore this year, I kind of helped lead the design process for our Savannah jerseys, because ever since I kind of found out about the white specialty jerseys that they did a couple years ago, I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to bring the tradition back of doing the specialty jerseys. So I started with some really early mock-ups. We wanted to go for like a cream look, kind of giving that Winter Classic vintage type of vibe. But we found out UGA was already planning on wearing cream as the home team, so we kind of had to pivot away from that idea. The original mock-ups of the jerseys that we went with were yellow and navy. I took a lot of inspiration for the design from a high school hockey team near my hometown in Minnesota. It was one of their jerseys that they wore like an outdoor Winter Classic game. Unfortunately, the yellow design was turned down by licensing department since it was kind of too much of a secondary color. So we had to switch up to gold, which still turned out great, and I'm super happy with the way they ended up looking. Rivero did a great job cracking them out in a short amount of time and on short notice, and so we're super grateful to them for getting them to work out. They looked great in the tournament. And I'm already in the works of making specialty jerseys for next season, or a specialty jersey for next season, whether for Savannah again or just in general. I'm looking at some vintage style GT logo designs that we could possibly use, or maybe like a cream Winter Classic type of vibe, or maybe like a sleek Atlanta themed jersey. But yeah, stay tuned for those.
And the Canes will pick it up with Mensimer, but cannot clear the zone as of now. Jay Kotzian down Main Street, looks to play it in front, they score! It's Jack Golick on the rebound. Or excuse me, Bobby Mallon, his first goal of the tournament. Make it 3-0 Georgia Tech. And as you can see on that replay, Jack Golick, Georgia Tech's leading goal scorer, cashes in for the first time in the tournament. Hi everybody, welcome to the third period of action between Georgia Tech and Kennesaw State. The Jackets lead at 4-2 after 2 late power play goals from Jack Golick put the Jackets ahead. Zach Keschner with a goal for Tech as well to tie it up at 2. And Anderson, we actually have a big milestone that I didn't even notice in that period, which is Cullen Dorcas with the assist on the Golick goal. He actually just got credited for another assist, but with 1 assist tonight, that makes it 50 career points for Cullen Dorcas. This is a player just entering his 3rd season with the team already, and he's already racked up 50 points. So massive congratulations to Cullen Dorcas. KSU trying to get an early rush. Orgeron! And it looks like Graf closed the 5-hole. What a start to this period.
Obviously some physical kerfuffle going on, but that's what the fans like to see. That's what we as commentators like to see. And overall, fantastic first 27 seconds of the game.
What a phenomenal save by Ryan Graf as well. Beautiful deep by Hudson Orgeron there. But Graf said no, a crucial early stop in this 3rd period. I did remember to update the shots on goal for that shot. We'll see how long it lasts. As you can see, KSU should now be up 23-18 on the Jackets, despite Tech's 2-goal lead. There we go, face-off coming up to the left of Ryan Graf. 50-50 puck, and Joshua Lee will come away with it for Tech. A one-touch feed from Keegan Goodell was a bit too soft, so KSU is able to get it all the way to the end wall. Goodell tries to break it out again, this time successfully with McLean Boyd. Flips it into that near corner, but did not have the red line, and so an icing called on the play. Great food, friendly service, and a place that feels like home. That's Thumbs Up Diner. Make your next meal a big thumbs up at their convenient Midtown spot next to Georgia Tech. Thank you so much to Thumbs Up for their 2nd season of support. We really appreciate it. One-timer from the line block there by Justin Yu. Yu gets knocked off that puck, and it's Dougley Umberto with the shot got blocked by Burden. Yu's blind pass broken up. Opportunity the other way for it's not Nolan Porcello. Pecora, and a glove save made by Ryan Graf.
Georgia Tech on the breakaway here, decides to flip it in.
Anderson, are you going to count that as a shot on goal?
You know what? For the sake of fun and amusement, yes, we will.
There it is, number 19 for Tech so far. But not McLean Boyd, that's Braden King. A boarding penalty is probably coming up there. And so another power play coming up for Georgia Tech. Kennesaw State had a lot of power plays early in this one. You're seeing Tech draw quite a few in the most recent minutes of action. But before that, every plate at Community Q is made fresh daily and leftovers go straight to the food bank.
And as we'll see, coming towards the last period of the game, we'll see that the players are starting to wear out emotionally and physically. So we'll see a lot more scuffling, a lot more conflict between the two teams. So it'll be great for the fans and commentators to watch, but definitely we'll see that the players are starting to feel the rigor of the game. Looks like the ref is calling for number 87 to head to the penalty box, but you know what? If it's the price of paying for scoring a goal, I think most of Georgia Tech will happily take that. We have KSU with the puck in the backs, skating up right now. That's Ronson passing it in. KSU in the offense. For two defensemen passing the puck back and forth. Goes to thread it. That's deflected by Graff. Keegan Goodell's in the back. Georgia Tech takes the puck, skates into the neutral zone. Passing it into the offense. Oh, but a little bit of a scuffle, and down goes Georgia Tech. That's a turnover. KSU's getting it. That's Sousa with the puck, threads it in. Oh, and a little bit of goalie interference. We got a little bit of a scuffle going on. Pikes breaking loose left and right. My goodness, fans, this is